Well, first and foremost, I got God, so through that, He's able to protect me through everything. But we're in a good moment now, and I don't like looking back. I don't like looking back at the past, and how I was feeling in that moment or however it was, because I'm here now. So I don't ever dwell on the past and things that happened before.
Man, the Cleveland media really thought they had Shedeur boxed in, but the second he started talking, you could practically see the regret hit their faces like a splash of cold water. They walked in loud, but his calm tone shut that whole room down real quick. They keep doubting him, keep trying to poke holes in his confidence, and Stefanski isn't helping with those stiff, worn-out answers that don't protect his own quarterback.
See, not only is he getting better at understanding what defenses are trying to do to him, he's getting better at understanding how the media works, how the questions work, how what you can and will be used against you in a court of law or a court of public opinion.
Yeah, of course, day by day, minute by minute, mean by mean, of course, I'm getting a little bit more comfortable and like being in that role, being in that position. They're getting more comfortable with me also. I'm excited, I'm happy for it, and I'm just thankful.
But Shedeur stays steady, stays sharp, and cuts through all that noise every single time with a level of control most grown analysts can't even match. It's wild seeing a young quarterback holding himself with more discipline than the people paid to judge him. The media came into that press room thinking they could twist him again, but they clearly forgot who they were stepping to.
All your supporters out there say that Kevin Stefanski was sabotaging you.
So you just want to start trouble, huh?
No, I want to ask you.
So, yeah. See how you go? Listen, I like that disarming tactic. You called it for what it was. Oh, you just starting trouble, ain't you? No, I was trying to set you up, but you called me on it. So now I'm going to have to pivot. Get up out of here with that, bro. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, bro. We've been to say that again, beautifully blessed. This guy don't know how media trained Shedeur is. He grew up on a reality show. Please let him know. No jewelry, huh? Grown man playing chess again. Listen.
He pulled up focused, grounded, and locked in on the present instead of letting them drag him into recycled drama. They keep trying to bring up old narratives, but while they're digging for headlines, he speaks like someone raised to stay centered, protected, and aware of what really matters. That silence after he answered their questions, that wasn't confusion, that was pure regret. Every time they try to bait him, he steps right over the trap without even flinching. So why does the Cleveland media keep acting like he's the issue? When he's the only steady voice in a locker room overflowing with pressure and controversy, he's one of the few bringing calm energy instead of chaos. Shedeur isn't just growing as a quarterback, he's mastering the politics of the league, the game behind the game. He understands how reporters spin things, how a simple sentence can get flipped into a breaking story for a whole week. Instead of slipping like a rookie, he studies that room the same way he studies a defensive lineup. He knows exactly what to say, exactly what to hold back, and exactly what vibe to return. And that's what frustrates the media. They can't control him, so they push even harder. But here's the real question. Why are full-grown reporters trying so desperately to crack a young athlete who's just doing his job better than most of the men criticizing him? And why is Stefanski letting his own rookie take more hits from the press than he ever steps up to handle himself?
How you gonna ask what your relationship is off the field? What are you talking about, man? Say that again. Where you at? Let me say, listen, Ms. Brown, thank you for saying it. Why are you not talking to this dude about the game? Why are you not talking to him about what he saw on tape? Why are you not talking to him about what's going on? You waited in the scrum. You waited 5 minutes. You know everybody named mom in there ready to ask a question. You might get one question to ask. And you ask, what about your relationship with Coach Stefanski off the floor? What? They ain't got no relationship. It's his coach. It's his superior. It's the coach of the team. What are you talking about? Bro, I'm here to do a job. What? These folks be gossiping. Boy, that man doing some deep sea fishing for a story. He told him right. He can't change what anyone says about Kevin Stefanski. So stop trying to come to this man as if he's going to be the human shield for everybody giving criticisms to Kevin Stefanski. By the way, I'm still going to talk about Kevin Stefanski if he do a bad job. Shedeur ain't got to tell me nothing. I'm going to do it for him. Kevin Stefanski is not absolved of what he does in his job. If he ain't doing his job, he ain't doing his job.
Because when you really watch how Shedeur carries himself every day, it's clear he's the one acting like the real leader out there. Meeting after meeting, moment after moment, Shedeur is out here getting more comfortable, more confident, and earning real respect from the vets around him. He's not rattled by the pressure. He's thankful for the chance to prove himself even when people swore he wasn't ready. So here's the question the media keeps dodging like it doesn't exist. How is Shedeur showing more leadership, more gratitude, and more maturity than the coach who keeps tossing him into messy situations without giving him the backing he deserves?
Remember what I told you. If they cannot get you up out of here by what you do on that football field, they're going to come immediately and try to trick you up off the field. See? It's what I told you. See, he's just too happy. He don't know how to handle success. See, he did good the first week. The second week, he can't do no better because he worried about what's going on. I heard they played his music video. Maybe that got to his head. His dad finally showed up and pulled up, and maybe he's trying to impress the people. You know he gonna be fired up. He didn't even do a celebration last week. Is he gonna do it this week? The fans is wondering. You know they talking about the game about to be sold out. They be trying. You tried it. You tried it. But just the look of, no, I think I like where I'm sitting at this position. Quarterback number one, I don't think I can get used to this.
And when is Cleveland finally going to stop aiming at the one player who actually gives their franchise a legit shot at a brighter future?
You know, it's support.
Hey, that's a savvy move, my guy. Somebody must have told him, hey, just respect the office, dog. Respect the office. You see what he said? Hey, man. Now, it's a big honor. You know, the president of the United States said my name, you know. You've been a supporter. He got a lot of things bigger than me to be talking about. He took time out of his day. You even tried that. But you want to see what kind of political affiliation he got? You want to see who he voted for? He can't even get, you didn't even get him on that one. He said, big up president. I respect the office of the presidency.
While reporters come at him with those sneaky, loaded questions and those half-true setups, he stays cool, clear-minded, and ready to call out the nonsense the second he hears it. The way he shut down that question about Stefanski supposedly sabotaging him wasn't just smart, it was a message. He's not here to be dragged into petty drama or let them twist his words into something fake. Some reporters clearly want to stir tension by trying to paint Shedeur as some kind of problem, but he's been around cameras his whole life. He's not new to any of this. He knows how to protect himself, how to speak with intention, and he's not letting anyone weaponize his words to push a storyline that doesn't match reality. Meanwhile, the actual issue keeps getting ignored. Why is a young quarterback spending more energy dodging media traps than getting proper guidance from his own coach? Stefanski's silent act and his hesitation to fully stand behind Shedeur don't help. They just make the young QB's job way tougher than it needs to be. And this whole thing goes beyond just clever answers. This is about respect. And Shedeur earns that respect every single day with how he moves on and off the field. The media's constant twisting doesn't shake him. It only shows how off-target they are. They focus on rumors and drama instead of recognizing this young man's growth, his leadership, and how he's quietly building something real under all that pressure. Stefanski, meanwhile, keeps leaving Shedeur out in the cold, and fans are starting to wonder who's really steering this team anymore. How can a coach claim he's leading when his own quarterback has to act as his own shield, not just against opponents, but against drama coming from inside the organization? Cleveland deserves better, and Shedeur definitely deserves better. So here's the real question. When will the media stop trying to tear down the only player actually trying to build something worth cheering for? And when is Stefanski finally going to stand up for the quarterback carrying the franchise's future on his back? It's wild how some reporters approach Shedeur with questions that don't even connect to the game, asking about his personal relationship with Coach Stefanski instead of focusing on what happened on the field. Like, come on, this isn't a friendship circle, it's a professional squad. Shedeur's responsibility is to lead the offense, run the plays, and keep the team moving, not to be some kind of spokesperson for behind-the-scenes relationships or a buffer between the media and the coaching staff. These reporters show up, wait for their moment, toss out one random question, and try to spin it into drama that isn't even there. It's clear some of them are just fishing for flashy headlines, trying to make something out of nothing instead of asking the real football questions: the game tape, the reads, the play calling, the execution. Shedeur called it out straight up, refusing to play the part of a human shield for a coach who hasn't always earned the full trust of the fans or the media. And honestly, that's not his job. The media needs to understand that loud and clear. At the same time, let's keep it real. Stefanski isn't above criticism either. Nobody's asking Shedeur to defend every coaching decision like it's his responsibility. If Stefanski slips up or makes questionable calls, people have every right to say it out loud. Shedeur knows that, and he shouldn't be stuck carrying that burden for anybody. He's there to handle his assignments, keep his composure, and let his play talk. But the media's obsession with off-field drama ends up pulling attention away from the real issues that actually matter, like why the offense struggles, why some coaching decisions look shaky, and why Shedeur sometimes looks like he's out there on an island with no real backing. Cleveland fans deserve real football conversations and straight-up answers, not gossip, distractions, and made-up tension designed to grab clicks. The spotlight should be on football, not random personal stories that don't help anyone win games. When you're a young quarterback like Shedeur, people are always going to try taking shots at you on and off the field. If they can't knock you for your play, they start hunting for something else to complain about. Some even say he's too happy or can't handle success. Like that matters more than what he's doing under pressure on game day. But that's the type of noise Shedeur doesn't buy into. He's locked in on being the best quarterback he can be. He's not worried about putting on a show, doing flashy celebrations, or trying to impress the crowd. Fans might wonder if he'll celebrate or not, but he knows winning is the only thing that counts, not showing off for cameras. He's right where he needs to be, leading the team with quiet confidence and letting his performance talk louder than any outside chatter. And what makes Shedeur really stand out is how he never lets hype or distractions mess with his focus. His mind isn't clouded by media noise, fan pressure, or social media chaos. He understands that wins matter more than any trending song, viral clip, or attention-grabbing moment. His dad showing up, fans screaming his name, people making predictions, none of that shifts how he prepares. That level of calm is rare for someone at this stage of his career. Instead of folding under the pressure or getting lost in the attention, Shedeur keeps his eyes on the mission, doing his job and helping this team win games. So why aren't more people acknowledging that? Instead of doubting him, the city should be backing the guy who's proving he can really be Cleveland's future. And Shedeur keeps showing how smooth he is in tricky moments. When someone asked him about President Trump showing support, he stayed respectful and smart. He didn't jump into politics or let the question drag him somewhere messy. He simply acknowledged the support and kept things simple. Respect the office, respect the moment. That's a sharp move, but you already know the media will try to twist it into something it wasn't. Why do reporters always try to turn harmless moments into something controversial? Instead of letting a young athlete show gratitude, they rush to connect dots that don't need connecting. Stirring up drama that doesn't exist, why can't they just report the facts and leave their personal opinions out of it? And here's the real question. Why is Shedeur the one who has to walk on eggshells while the media acts like they're on some mission to find dirt? If he's smart enough to stay respectful, why aren't they smart enough to handle their job without trying to spark problems? They keep pushing to figure out his political views like he owes them some big reveal. But maybe they should ask themselves if that even matters when this man's job is to be a quarterback and lead his squad. Why is it so hard for the media to respect a young player who's trying to keep things clean and focus on football? Cleveland deserves honest coverage, not wild guesses, not forced narratives, and definitely not drama created out of thin air. Shedeur's focus is crystal clear, but what about theirs? And once again, he proves why the Cleveland media's attempts to tear him down keep backfiring. He stays focused, confident, and refuses to fall into any of their traps. If you want more real talk and honest breakdowns, make sure you like and subscribe. And tell me, do you think the media will ever give Shedeur the respect he deserves, or are they just here to stir drama every chance they get?